This guy is Regis Philbin.
Regis!
And he's, of course, retiring. You heard the big news. He's leaving that show that he's hosted since... Was it the Mesozoic or Paleolithic era? He's been hosting that since. I can't remember.
I remember he got the job because Jesus introduced him to somebody.
Right, yeah.
And said, he's a good guy. I should know.
There you go.
And the wonderful thing about it is that when Regis announced his retirement, everybody on set did this. What? I forgot to tell everybody involved!
You know, and that says a lot about Regis. That people are actually surprised that a 79-year-old man is retiring.
I just love the fact that some people were like, I'm offended, he didn't tell me. I'm like, and Regis's attitude is, why should I tell you?
Well, there were various factors, apparently, if you believe the inside gossip. They wanted to cut his salary. And, you know,
he claims that's not true at all, but maybe he's doing it to be a nice guy.
But then he fired his agent, who apparently he thought botched the negotiations. Be that as it may, there is a empty seat that's going to be opening up next to Kelly Ripa.
That's right.
And I got a little email the other day from the folks at the Wynn Las Vegas Casino.
Oh, yes.
And
these are the people, they put the odds on all these things.
The odds. Odds on who will be the permanent replacement for Reg.
That's right. And they've done things like odds of Snooki getting her natural skin tone back.
Ooh.
1,000 to 1.
1,000 to 1, yeah.
All those
Who do you think the front runner is? Don't look.
The front runner?
Front runner. Number 1.
Anderson Cooper.
You know what? That would be a good guess, but he's more like lower on the list. Okay. Number 1, Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris?
Neil Patrick
He's
Harris.
He's already doing the show, though.
10 to 1 odds. Well, next.
He might work.
Mark Consuelos.
And he is?
He is Kelly Ripa's husband. You know, that's quite possible.
What did you call him? You said he's part-time?
he's a former soap star, but a full-time hunk.
Yeah.
Also on the list, third place, 15 to 1 odds, Martin Short.
That won't happen.
Jeff Probst.
That won't happen.
Ryan Seacrest is a name that gets bandied around a lot.
Never happen. So he won't sleep? Is that what it is? Ryan Seacrest is a mutant. He sleeps like 2 hours a day. That's why people go, Ryan Seacrest is gay. You never see him with a woman. I'm like, he has like 17 shows.
Yeah.
How does he even... He doesn't have time to eat. He doesn't have time to sleep.
Well, you know, it's possible.
Leave Ryan alone!
It could happen. But, you know, there's a bunch of other names on here.
Let me see these.
But then you get to the bottom of the list at 500 to 1 odds, Kathy Lee Gifford.
Kathy Lee Gifford.
That's going to happen.
I think these odds are a little bit too good. I mean, Betty White is listed at 200 to 1.
Yeah, how about 2 million to 1?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd bet money on 2 million to 1.
I would say Nick Lachey has a far better... chance than any of these guys.
Oh, there's Mike Sorrentino.
I don't know what that is.
Yes, you do. The Situation! Yeah, The Situation hosting with Kelly Ripa is 400 to 1 odds.
All he would do is just hit on her the whole time. Just be it would be awkward television. My favorite, though, on here, the two ones that I love, Ricky Gervais.
Yeah. That's going to happen. Yeah, Ricky Gervais is going to host a morning show with Kelly Ripa.
Doesn't even want to host or be on his own show.
Yeah.
He doesn't even want to do The Office.
That would be a novel, but that would be a novel thing for celebrities. They could come on so Ricky Gervais could insult them to their face.
By the way, could someone explain to the girl at Global TV who does the voiceover that his name is Ricky Gervais and not Ricky Gervais? Every time she's like, it's the Golden Globes with Ricky Gervais. And I'm like, his name is Gervais. And somebody told me, he said, well, but because it's a French name, and if it's French, it would be pronounced Gervais. And I'm like, well, he's not French. And you're an idiot, because somebody approved that commercial. That's the sound of my show on Global getting canceled before it starts.
There you go.
My favorite, though, and I would pay... I think that these two would work. Either Mario Lopez. People love him. People love that guy. It would bring in the middle-aged housewives. They would go crazy for him. He's like, oh, he's so dangerous. Look at him. And my favorite, Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin.
Griffin, and her odds are... What are her odds? 45 to 1?
Griffin, 45 to 1. Yeah.
I'm a huge Kathy Griffin fan. And I would say... I got a huge man crush on that guy.
She'd be great, but you know what? I don't see Kathy Griffin being a host of a show. Kathy Griffin's comedy comes from a bit more dangerous place than Regis Philbin's comedy.
Would she be able to do live television 5 days a week without causing an incredible stir?
You know what? She would cause an incredible stir, and that's the only reason she would do it. Otherwise, what's the point for her? I mean, Regis's gift is coming on there, telling these kind of lame-o stories about what he did on the weekend.
Joe and I went for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
What'd you know?
But,
Too hot!
But he does it so well that you're watching it and entertained, and then you don't realize he's been telling this same story for like 10 minutes.
That's right. He's like, and then I got the coffee, and I drank it, and I realized cabbage. I love Regis. He's one of my absolute favorite personalities to watch. I could,
and you know what? He's not going anywhere.
No,
he won't be on this show, but he'll be doing something.
He'll do specials once a month.
He'll do specials. He'll do another game show, I'm sure. I mean, he's a master of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? Regis is not retiring.
No,
not from showbiz.
But I'm telling you, Mario Lopez, that would work.
You know what?
He has that middle America appeal for whatever reason. He's good looking enough for the ladies, but he's not a douche. He's not a dink. You know, as a guy, you can watch him and you don't watch him because he doesn't try to be cool all the time. You know what I mean? Whereas like some of the guys, like who's the guy from? He was on Entertainment Tonight. Used to be in a band.
Oh, Mark McGrath. Sugar Ray.
Yeah. Mark McGrath, interesting personality, but a lot of times he would just try to be cool. Like he'd always be like, "I'm a rock star. I gotta kind of be cool." Whereas Mario Lopez would just kind of just be like, "I'm just glad to be working. Isn't this awesome? I get paid to do sit-ups."
Well, you know, it's a deceptively tough gig. You know, to make people interested 5 days a week in this dopey little morning show.
Tell me about it. Have you seen the hits on this thing? Tune in tomorrow when we'll give more of our opinions on a thing called I Can't Believe You're Watching This. There's so much available on it. Why aren't you like... There's porn. There is porn one click away.
Lots of porn.
Just type in that corner right there. Just type in the corner. Just type in the word porn. And you just click enter and whatever you want is there. I don't know why you're watching this. I'm talking to myself right now.
Now that we all know how the internet works, we'll see you next time.
There are various series of tubes, information. Till next time, I'm medicated.